Okay, pause. Because this is one of those posts that makes you stare at your screen like it blinked first. We've got an Amazon wish list floating around in Jenkins' name, and it's not just people talking. Supporters actually bought items off it, thinking they were helping the kids for Christmas. And now Stephanie's saying, basically, that wish list? Not ours. We didn't post it. We're not doing one. Watch out, it's spam. So here's why this matters right now. If she's telling the truth, then kind people just got played and their money went to someone else. If she's not telling the truth, then this turns into a whole don't get caught, denied situation. Here's the problem we're unpacking. Who made the wish list? Who benefited? And why did the denial come so late when she's usually quick to react to comments? Quick reset for anyone new here. Let me catch you up fast. So, a while back, a wish list popped up. An Amazon wish list in Jenkins' name. People found it, people shared it, and some supporters, sympathizers, well-wishers, people who don't even care about Stephanie's weird nature but do care about the kids, started purchasing items from it for the children's Christmas gifts. And now Stephanie is saying that wish list was never theirs. So where we are now is, we have a wish list in Drew's name. People bought items, and Stephanie is publicly denying it's theirs. Now, here's what Stephanie posted. This is her statement. She wrote, "If you see a wish list posted in either Drew's name or mine, it's not us. We did not post a wish list. We won't be posting one, as I already mentioned. But for those asking if we did, we surely did not. Please be careful because it's probably someone spamming." That's not vague. I'm not sure. That's a clear denial.
Stephanie claims that Amazon wishlist and Drew's name is not theirs. In an FB post, Stephanie wrote, "If you see a wish list posted in either Drew's name or mine, it's not us. We did not post a wish list. We won't be posting one, as I already mentioned. But for those asking if we did, we surely did not. So please be careful because it's probably someone spamming." Well, someone has already purchased items from the wish list. Do y'all think this was actually theirs, or do you think it was someone pretending to be them? Now, in case you missed it, on Sunday, Stephanie did post this. She said she prayed on it, but something tells her that it's just too controversial for them to post a Christmas wish list for the kids. She said she knows there may be some people out there that genuinely want to bless the kids, but they don't feel that it should be on others. So what do you think? Is this their wish list or not, or do you think someone is pretending to be them? And if it is someone pretending to be them, then the people who purchased the gifts for the kids, those are not going to the resilient kids.
But here's where the timing makes people side-eye. Because this post comes about a week and some after she had made another post saying she knew posting a wish list for Christmas gifts for her kids would be controversial. Basically, she was saying she wanted to make one, but she was afraid of the controversy that would come with it. So the point here is, she was talking like the wish list idea was on the table and then acting like she didn't do it. Now, in order, here's how it went down right after that. On that earlier post, people started calling her out for hypocrisy. Because while she was acting like she had nothing up, there were already comments saying there was already a wish list posted in Drew's name. People were sharing screenshots. People were showing items on it. People were saying it was for the children's Christmas gifts. And that's where the questions start. Is it possible someone else made a wish list in Drew's name? Yes. Is it also believable that Stephanie could be lying about it? Also, yes. And I'm not even saying that to be dramatic. I am saying that because of how Stephanie moves online. So, plain English? Both can be true possibilities, but one starts to feel more likely when you look at patterns. Now let's talk about that pattern. Stephanie reads the comments, and she is usually quick to react. We have multiple examples of that behavior. Remember when she posted about her daughter's seizures and posted her baby with a red light in the room? And people complained about the red light and said it was the cause? Stephanie was quick, to show Google searches to prove that color was okay for people and children. Remember when she was accused of gardening and passing it to the baby? She still saw those comments and immediately clapped back, talking about how people could never know her gardening times or whether she did it regularly. And those are just two examples. There have been even more moments where she reacts fast to what people say in the comments.
So I know everyone's posting about this and talking about it, and some people are saying, like, people don't need to be angry at her, all this kind of stuff. I personally think that she did do a wish list. I don't think it was a scam, and I think she's just lying again because this is who she is. So, yeah, simple as that.
So here's the part that makes people go, be serious. Because does it make the slightest sense that she made that earlier post almost more than a week ago? People were instantly in the comments sharing screenshots of the wish list, showing items, saying it was in Drew's name, saying it was Christmas, and she says nothing? Even if she only read the first two comments, she would have gotten the clue that some people had already seen a wish list in their name, some people were donating to it, and people were already clocking it. So the question becomes, why not react then? Why not debunk it immediately the same way she debunks everything else? Because it was fake. This is not small. People actually had already purchased items off the wish list. Supporters, sympathizers, people who genuinely wanted the kids to have better Christmas. So if she truly had nothing to do with it, you would think she'd be concerned and would immediately say, "Stop buying, that is not us." But instead, she waited. And when she finally addressed it, it was kind of nonchalant. Like she doesn't care that people might have spent their money on scam. And here's the thing. If someone is scamming her supporters in her name, she could report it as fraud. She could warn her community. She could show urgency. But she doesn't seem to be doing that. And that's why people feel like something is sketchy. And this is the moment where it flips. Because up until now, you could at least pretend this was just messy internet confusion. Like, oh, people misunderstood. Oh, someone posted a link. Oh, it's all a mix-up. Cute. But this is the exact moment the story flips. People were still actively buying items off that list while she stayed quiet. And I need you to sit with that. Because if this wish list was truly fake, like truly not theirs, then what we are talking about is strangers spending money on good faith, and the person who benefits from that trust is whoever set it up.
But mind you, are making this kind of money off of just one social media account. This is a bonus that was over on the Book of Faces. It says if you make $1,500 in earnings between December the 1st and December the 14th, she would have got a bonus. Stephanie did not make the $1,500. However, she gave away her income right here. She made $1,467 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's right around $750 per week. Where is the money going? We do know that Stephanie bought a nearly $250 air fryer last month. She also allegedly purchased a $100 Ninja blender, a $25 sweatshirt, $40 worth of new clothes for herself. Drew got a $90 Diablo game. They spend nearly $500 a month in gardening. Why are you needing to post your children's wish list? Why aren't you taking that money and purchasing your children's Christmas? That's what I cannot understand. Stephanie, this is the problem everyone has. You're trying to portray like you're poor and like you have nothing and like you need it's a constant handout with you. It's a constant grifting. How and why can you not prioritize your children? Why? Anyway, y'all tell me what you think. Would it be controversial for her to post the children's wish list or should...
So the $1 million question is simple. Why wait this long? Like, why are we acting like a week is a normal response time when money is leaving people's pockets in real time? Why wait when people continue to purchase things? Because let's be honest, Stephanie is not the "I didn't see" type. She's the "I saw it, I screenshotted it, I googled it, and I posted receipts at 2 a.m. type. When people complained about the red light, Google receipts. When people accused her of gardening, instant clapback. So you're telling me, the one time it involves an Amazon wish list with gifts being bought, suddenly we're doing this silent treatment? Okay. And that leads to the next uncomfortable question, when people keep asking out loud. Did she want people to first purchase the stuff and then later come out and say she had no hand in it? Because that's what it looks like when you let it run, let it get bought out. Let the sympathizers do their thing and then pop up later like, "Not me, besties, spam." And to make it even more suspicious, she recently announced she wasn't going to post her kids anymore. Now, I'm not mad at anyone for wanting privacy for their kids. That part is normal. But people are asking, fairly, is this also a convenient shield? Because if you stop posting the kids right after the wish list controversy, then guess what disappears with that? Proof. Receipts. New way for supporters to even know if the gifts they bought reached the kids. So some people are asking, is that a way to cover up whether the kids receive the gifts or not? Because now, if she truly stops posting the kids, we can never know. we can never see proof. We can never see if the kids received the gifts. And yes, people are calling that strategic. Not because protecting kids is bad, but because the timing makes it feel like a cleanup move. So, plain English, the timing makes it easier for this whole thing to disappear without receipts. And that's why the vibe is off. Not a little weird, not maybe, off. Now, here's where this starts reminding people of something else. So what does that tell us? 3 theories. And before anybody gets mad, I'm not sitting here pretending I have a secret password into their Amazon account. I am going off what's happening in front of us. Her post, the timing, and what people say was happening in the comments while she stayed quiet. So where we are now is either this is an outsider scam or it wasn't. And the way it was handled is what's making people suspicious. It really was an outsider, a fake wish list. Okay, let's start with the most fair option. Somebody made a wish list in Drew's name and used it to scam people. Evidence? Stephanie posted and straight up said it's not them and it's probably someone spamming. And yeah, technically, people can make fake stuff online. That part is believable. What would disapprove it? The reaction. Because if this is truly a random scam using your name, you don't post once like you're announcing the weather and move on. You'd be mad. You'd be loud. You'd be like, stop buying right now, because those are your supporters getting played. And the bigger issue is, people were already talking about the wish list in the comments for over a week, sharing screenshots, pointing at items, saying it was in Jude's name. If she's the type to pull out Google receipts over a red light, you'd expect her to pull out urgency over people losing money. So the issue isn't, can outsider scams happen? The issue is, why the slow response when she is usually fast to respond to smaller things? So where we are now is, outsider scam is possible, but her reaction style doesn't match how serious that would be. Now we get into the theory people don't want to say out loud, but they are saying it anyway. She knew about the wish list or had something to do with it, then waited, then tried to dissociate once it got uncomfortable. Evidence? She already posted that she wanted to make a wish list, but feared controversy. Then people in the comments were sharing screenshots of the wish list in Drew's name. And we already established she reads comments and usually reacts quickly. So from a viewer's perspective, it feels like this. The wish list is up. People are buying. The comments are clocking it. And then, after time passes, we get a post like, not us. And I'm sorry, but that's the kind of logic that makes people go, oh, so we are doing the, if I deny it late enough, it becomes true method. Like, okay. What would disprove it? If she had debunked it immediately, same day, same energy, same speed she uses for clapbacks, then it would look way more believable. But she didn't. And that's why people think the she's lying option is even more possible. This one is less about the wish list itself and more about the timing. She denied it after people started talking about reporting the wish list. Evidence? Viewers were saying it was unfair for them to be begging gifts from the public when they allegedly have money and choose to misuse it and then beg the public to finance their kids just like last Christmas. And once that reported talk starts getting loud, suddenly we get the denial. Not us, not ours, spam, be careful. That timing is what people keep pointing out. What would disapprove it? A denial that happened before the reporting talk. Or a consistent stance from the beginning that matched her usual speed, but instead, it looks like the denier shows up right when the pressure does. So, the timing makes it feel more telling. And yeah, this is where people bring up that saying, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's a duck. Now, I'm going to say this carefully. A lot of viewers feel like this has the same energy as her whole GoFundMe situation. Here's what people remember from that. Stephanie came out saying her GoFundMe had been hacked. She said she had been locked out and couldn't log in. She told people she hadn't used any of it because the total donations were still visible. But viewers pointed out an important detail. Even when GoFundMe money is used, the amount shown on the site doesn't change. So the way she explained it made it sound like she was proving innocence, but it wasn't actually proof. Then she said she was still trying to log in and that she contacted the GoFundMe providers for help. And after that, she never addressed whether she finally got access. She never came back and said, okay, here's the end of the story. It just faded. So the way viewers describe it is, it felt like a scamming kind of manner coming out to wash her hands of something she very well knew about. Viewers speculate she knew the money hadn't been used the proper way and people were reporting it. So she tried to disassociate from the process, pretending she didn't have access. To be clear, that part is viewer speculation about motive. But the reason people bring it up is because the pattern looks familiar. Deny, disassociate, let time pass, let the conversation die. And now it's like we might be seeing a similar play here. She makes an announcement that sounds like it's meant to stop further discussion linking her to it. And besides, people also say they have seen Stephanie lie before, so they believe she'd lie again. That's the audience mindset walking into this. So, plain English, even if we don't know the full truth, the trust is already damaged. If Stephanie truly has nothing to do with this wish list, then the fallout is ugly. People were actively scammed. Supporters bought gifts with good intentions. Those gifts might not be even going to the kids. And that's sad because people were trying to put a smile on the kids' faces. But here's what makes it worse. Even in the "it wasn't her" scenario, she still doesn't seem to care the way you would expect. Because if someone is impersonating you and scamming your community, you should be angry. You should report it. You should put effort into protecting your supporters. And the detail viewers mention is that the wish list even had an address listed. Oregon, Portland. So if someone truly pretended to be them, using their name, used an address, took money from supporters, that should be treated as fraud. But she doesn't seem bothered, and that's exactly the problem. People also point out that supporters have always shown up for the kids. They say when Stephanie bought the older girls clothes but didn't buy the toddler and baby new clothes, people were quick to buy for the younger ones. So even now, people still delivered, still bought, even though it might have been a scam. So the least she could do, in viewers' eyes, is put in more effort to report whoever did it because it breaks supporters' trust. But again, she seems unbothered, and that's why some people think maybe this is rage bait for engagement, because the post itself is sketchy and it definitely got people talking. So where we are now is either this was a scam by an outsider, or it was a strategic distancing, or it was engagement bait. But in every version, people feel played. Bottom line, here is where I land. My verdict. The delay is what makes this hard to believe. Because Stephanie has shown she reads comments and reacts fast, especially when she feels attacked. So waiting over a week to address something where people are sending money doesn't match her usual behavior. And that's why people keep asking if this is a scam from Stephanie or an outsider, or a situation where she wanted to take people's purchases without owning it. So, what do you think? A. Outsider scam. B. Stephanie knew and waited. Or C. She denied it because people started talking about reporting the wish list? Drop your opinions in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want the follow-ups, because clearly, this whole wish list situation is not as simple as, oops, spam.